Hello, happy people, and welcome back to another episode of 65 and Counting. I'm your host, Adam Fry. I'm a certified Medicare planner, and I'm here to ask the important questions that you want answered by industry professionals. This show is for everyone and anyone coming up on that important milestone of 65 years old. That means retirement, it means Medicare eligibility, or it means that you're just plain interested in the world of retirement planning. Whatever it is, on this show you'll hear from the people that know it best. I want you to pay attention to this because the annual election period is coming to a close. No, not that election. There's only a few busy days left to jump in and have your plan reviewed for next year. Remember, while you may not have changed, the plans change on you. So don't be misled by commercials on TV and mailers in your mailbox. Certified Medicare planners are standing by to help you make the most appropriate decision. And speaking of that, the annual election period, today's episode is all about the different types of election and enrollment periods. It's the different types of times when it comes to Medicare that you can start, stop, change, and select a new plan. So we'll break down the enrollment periods into a few different types. You have fixed enrollment and disenrollment periods, but you also have enrollment periods with dates and conditions based on individual circumstances such as your initial enrollment periods and special election periods. So where do we start? At the beginning, of course, let's start with your initial coverage election period. So this is the widest window that you have when selecting a Medicare plan. One of the widest. The initial coverage election period, or ICEP, is the period in which someone who is newly eligible may make an initial enrollment request to enroll in a Medicare health plan. This period begins 3 months immediately before the individual's first entitlement to Medicare. For most people, that's the first of the month that's 3 months prior to your 65th birth month. You also get the month of your 65th birth month and 3 months after your 65th birth month. That's a 7-month window. A lot of people allow their neighbors, friends, family, coworkers, even sometimes undesirable insurance agents to scare them into thinking that this window is much smaller. Don't get me wrong. It's important to be prepared and not wait too long for this enrollment period, but if you miss the mark, remember that you have plenty of time to enroll, that whole 7-month window. During this ICEP, you can enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, choose a standalone prescription drug plan, but you can only make one enrollment choice under this enrollment period. Once the enrollment is made, you've used your ICEP and it's gone. Again, this period revolves around the window of your 65th birth month, or if you're under 65, it's the 25th month of your disability. But remember, it will always relate to your first entitlement to Medicare. Now, let's talk about this special thing that's happening right now that I keep talking about. It's the annual election period, or AEP. Now, AEP runs from October 15th to December 7th every year, and it's available to all Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plan eligible people. During AEP, beneficiaries can add or drop Medicare Advantage and/or drug coverage and return to original Medicare, or you can change your Medicare Advantage or prescription drug plan to another Medicare Advantage or prescription drug plan that's more appropriate for you. Now, people do this typically to follow one or more doctors to a new network that may not be part of their current plan, maybe to experience a lower copay on their medication, or just simply for a different plan's benefits. You can make as many changes as you like during this period, with the last change made taking effect on the first of the following year. Now let's quickly discuss Medicare's open enrollment period. This period is different than AEP. This is the OEP, the open enrollment period. It's only for people on Medicare Advantage plans. This period takes place from January 1st and it runs all the way through March 31st. Now during this enrollment period, you can change to a different Medicare Advantage plan or disenroll from that Medicare Advantage plan to original Medicare. And if you've got a standalone prescription drug plan in combination with a Medicare Advantage plan, that doesn't include prescription drug coverage, you can change the prescription drug plan. Also, if you disenroll from a Medicare Advantage plan into Original Medicare, you may enroll in a prescription drug plan. With this enrollment period though, the OEP, you can only make one change. Again, this enrollment period is available to those with Medicare Advantage plans. That means that the ability to make changes to your prescription drug plan is limited to only those who have Medicare Advantage. Now let's talk about the next category of enrollment periods. This may apply to anyone, but they're not fixed annual dates. These enrollment periods start and stop depending on certain circumstances. They're called special election periods, and the time frames all vary, but most will begin on the first day of the month in which the qualifying event occurs, or will last for a total of 3 months for the most part. The special election period, or SEP, generally ends when you make the allowed change or the time period for the SEP expires. Some examples of being eligible for an SEP are a change in residence, involuntary loss of a creditable drug plan, gaining or losing Medicaid eligibility, gaining or losing extra help with your prescription drugs, leaving your employer group or union insurance, becoming a U.S. citizen or lawfully present in the USA, dropping a Medigap policy when you've enrolled in the first time for a Medicare Advantage plan while still in that trial period, and individuals who have severe or disabling chronic conditions and want to move to a special needs plan designed for that condition. There's also an opportunity for a special election period if a 5-star plan becomes available in your area or if you're an institutionalized individual. Under these special election periods, you'll typically only have one opportunity to add, drop, or change your coverage. There's a lot of details that go into SEPs, and if you think you might be eligible for one, get with a certified Medicare planner to talk about it. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. We're so happy that you did. And don't forget the annual election period, or AEP, that we just talked about. It's almost over, and we are here to help. Also, we've got workshops that you can attend live and in person or virtually on your computer. Check out www.123easymedicare.com or call the office today, and I'll include that link and a phone number for the office in the description of the episode. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our page, and tell all your friends. And most importantly, have a great week.